Hey guys, welcome to another Waystones video, and today I will be covering a very strong mod that you can unlock really easily, very fast, and it can be actually very helpful between you for you yourself, or even just you're playing with in a server with friends, or even by just playing by yourself in the server. It makes things a lot easier and improves a lot of different aspects of the game. And just by going over what I just said, yes, the mod I am talking about is a quality of life mod. So the quality of life mods, they're all cheap. Most of these cost just 1 point except for Torchmaster. Torchmaster is the one that costs 2 points. But Waystones is the mod I am talking about. Now this mod is very strong for two different reasons, and I'll explain to them in a bit. But everyone knows Waystones, and by Waystones, everyone knows the actual Waystone itself, not the research, not the full mod. It's for the most part, and not for the full Waystone. It costs at least 32 Larimar plus 4 essence, right? As well as the Warp Dust, which is another Larimar per. So you're looking at 36 Larimars per Waystone. So once you get this mod, you want to teleport between two locations. You need at least two Waystones, so that's a total of 672 Larimar you will need to use just to start teleporting around. But this is not what makes this mod strong at all. Like, this part doesn't matter. What matters is this Warp Plate. This Warp Plate is actually very strong and much better than using the actual Waystones themselves. And here is why. With Waystones, you can teleport to every Waystone that you want from another Waystone. Awesome. From Warp Plates, you can teleport between one plate to another because they have to be attuned. Now, what do I mean by attuned? Each of these plates, so as you can see, I have two right here created just for this. Uh, these plates, when you first place them, they're not attuned to anything. They all have their own, they create their own personal name that is unique to themselves and do not link up to any other pad. And I'll show you real quick what you need to do the moment you use one of these right away. When you click it, this will automatically start creating itself. Just go ahead and take it away. It's going to be the 4 warp dust that you used to make the pad itself plus a flint. Why a flint? I'm not sure. That's just the type of shard they use to attune it. And same thing with this other one. Just go ahead and take it back. As you can see, these two pads have two different names. This in dark red, starting with a hide dot with a backwards L, and this one is a alot dot. Wait a minute, did I get two? No, they are different. This one ends with an L. This one ends with a little squiggly line plus point, right? So pretty much these are two different pads, and right now, since they don't have an attuned crystal, they do not link to each other. And the way this works is whenever you create an attune, so you can automatically with this you can always make an attune. So here you go. Now this shard itself is attuned to this plate. So it's right here, the name, same name as this one. So if I were to, again, that doesn't change anything, but if I were to attune this plate by putting this attunement shard there, so now this plate, whenever anyone stands on it, it will teleport them to that other plate over here, because that is the name of the plate it's attuned to. But this also means, since it does give you enough to give an attune for each, so so you can teleport to it. By the way, the reason I do this is because of something in the future. But because of this, when I send on this plate, it will not teleport me back. All it does is that this plate will teleport to wherever that plate is, and this plate will not teleport you anywhere. Now, a good thing about this will be as follows. So right here, you'll see that we have two different teleporters on our side, on our base here. One of them is called Wither form, one is Enderman form, and as you might think, they do lead you to our Wither skeleton farm and our Enderman farm. So you go here, just stand on top of it. We'll go ahead and be teleported over to the Nether. As you can see, this is we're both the Nether roof, and this is where our Wither farm is. Now we do have audio muted because they are pretty loud blocks, but they do help you teleport anywhere you want. So you can make a teleportation HUD, have people all over the server teleport to that HUD, and then that HUD teleports into wherever they want to go to, depending on where you set these up. And you can have only one person work on it. Everyone just throws their resources to that one person. He makes a pads, places them down, and you just set up the tunnels, right? The tunneling system of where goes where, teleportation pads, and how they're used. And you just share Larimar. It's only a total of 10 Larimar to make two plates, and you just use that same Larimar to use to attuned to the crystals, and with that you can actually have more than one plate lead to the same plate itself. So you can just keep attuning more crystals to it, and you just have all those plates that you put those attuned shards into it teleport to the same pad. Now with that same tactic, it's also very strong for making farms. So as you're gonna see here in this, I should be sharing on screen. This is a wither skeleton farm. I forget who's on that makes it, but who's on that designed it. I'll go ahead and leave their tutorial video down below. But pretty much it's just it takes advantage of the spawning platform and areas in a sand valley. The mobs get aggro to the golem. In this case, being the wither skeletons, they get aggro to the iron golem, and then they get teleported to another portal, which then takes them to the overworld. And then from the overworld, they get teleported back to a different nether portal above the nether roof. And then on the nether roof, you just go ahead and swing at them, right? And that's how you get. That's how you get all withers, mostly withers, in one area. Now the thing is, with that kind of farm, downside is you do require to be alone in the server or have everyone outside of the overworld. If someone is in the overworld and it's not next to the farm in the overworld side, you will not be able to make the farm work. This is the same thing with the gold farm. They use the same exact tactics. Now, the good thing about this is that, as you can see here on my current farm, as it is, the nether portal is broken because it used to be another portal base, but now with another portal being broken, I went ahead and placed two pads. Those two pads have the same attuned crystal to being to the pad on the top, and then another pad, the plate on top. And so everything that walks on top of those plates gets teleported to the plate on top, which then gets sent into the killing chamber. Now the way I'm using that is using vector plates to push them off the pad itself. You can kill them on the pad as well if you wanted to. The hopper below won't pick it up, but you can also have them aggro to a different mob. So in this case, if it's the wither skeletons, you're gonna put an iron golem at the other end of it, and they will just walk off the platform because they're gonna try to hit the iron golem. If you're doing this with skeleton farms, you're gonna put a dog to make them run away in the opposite direction. If it's zombies, you're looking to put a villager or an iron golem, whatever you feel will be easier. Which a villager is pretty easy since you can just pick them into your pocket and just put them on the other side of a little tunnel, and they will just walk off the teleporting plate off into your killing chamber. Now this is very good because once you do this, it cuts off the middleman of the overworld, so you can just do this. No, doesn't matter if there's anyone online, if they're overworld, what have you, doesn't really matter, and the farm will always be working when you're on the farm. Now it is a little dangerous when you first set them up, but once you have it set up, you're set for life. So you can see right here, I already pulled off about more than one stack of wither skeleton skulls out of this farm. A lot of coal as well. I had to make them into blocks, and then we just have way too many resources when it comes to this farm itself. Since we do have this killing pad for it, which, by the way, those killing pads, I do have the utilities. I did craft one of them myself. Where is it? Right here. I do believe there's one I crafted, but the other two that I do have, as I'll be showing you here in the video, is that if you get lucky with a trading with a wandering trader, which if this guy is still alive. Oh wait, I gotta go to bed because it's nighttime. Let me see here. And wow, that guy went far. So I kept this guy alive because I wanted to show you guys, as you probably know from it's a bug that currently is happening. But you want to take advantage of it, you can, and you can actually buy the player damage plates, which I did from this guy. And it's a very expensive plate itself, because right here that requires a pog, 2 chromatic steel ingots, and then that itself requires 2 more chromatic steel ingots and 2 actual volt swords. This could be any volt sword, but it has to be full durability from what I if I remember that correctly. So you can use low level volt swords that you have that not have your stats, and that you can make the player pet for that. Just give it a second. Anyways, now that we're done with him, I want to show you the other kind of farm we generated with the same system. So down here we have 2 actual. Let me show you the actual. Oops. Dang, Enderman. I'm really messing up this area. Wait, where am I going here? So right here, we were actually able to move 2 different spawners with Botanium. And one of my friends actually got Botanium. We were able to do that, of killing guy, dying like 6 times to Gaia and finally killing on the 7th try, or was it 5th try? I don't remember. We died too many times. But you can see here, we brought 2 skeleton spawners down here, and those skeleton spawners shoot their, drop their skeletons down to one portal, and that one teleporting plate, which would lead them to this killing chamber, which then goes ahead and uses the player killing pad to kill them, since you just wouldn't really need to use looting on them, since we just have a high quantity of them, and that will then take care of the farm itself. It does have the teleporting plate up there, and the vector plates pushing them down, or push them away from the pad and lead them into powder snow, turn them to strays to get the slowness arrows while they're still around, right? Because Scout did say he wanted to remove them from it happening, because they don't want tip arrows. But for now, that is a way that we're using to stack up on those arrows ourselves. But that is pretty much it. That's how I wanted to share with you guys exactly how these pads worked. So again, you are making a killing chamber farm. Make sure that wherever they're being teleported to. So like this one is, wait, no. So this one will be the one that's attuned to this one. So anything that lands here will be teleported to this plate, but nothing that's sent on this plate will be teleported back. And that's what you want to do for farms. So you want to have the mobs drop to this plate, get sent here. You find a way to get them off this plate by either having, you can also have like a sticky piston on a clock, pushing with a slime block, pushing them off. Like every couple ticks with a redstone clock, just push, 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 and you just keep pushing them. And that's one way to actually get them off the pad as well. You don't need to be doing vector plates or aggro mechanics to get them off the plate. You can just use that as well. And into the killing chamber, right? So this is the thing that makes this mod itself actually very strong. Besides, being able to teleport anywhere for free, you don't need to have the mod unlocked. You know, to be able to take advantage of this mechanic. You also doesn't require you use XP when you're going to a different what do you call it, dimension. So this one leading to another with 0 XP. I just go ahead and teleport. Didn't cost me the 3 levels that you will require. Same thing if I were to go to the end. I'll go ahead and show you with the Enderman farm. By the way, you guys might have noticed I did kill the sound for this video because of the farm itself. Farms do cost a lot of noise, especially with Enderman farms. You guys do know how loud those are. But yeah, you see, with 0 XP, I'm still able to teleport to and from these locations. My friends that do not have Waystones, because I got it because of this, they're able to use these pads as well. They're able to go between locations. They don't need to have the mod itself unlocked. It saves everyone. It could cost on everyone for having to use Larmar, your Banyo for it as well. But that's pretty much it. I did want to share with you guys how OP this mod is, and I hope you guys found this useful. And catch you in the next one. Peace.